Hey guys, Shadney back with another process video for my Colorado Wednesday series, where I am going to be showing you the whole process for an entire album from start to finish. So first I've got 4 3x4 photos of me and my daughter. We all went out to eat on the first night we were in Colorado. I also pulled out some flare pieces from Humble and Create. Sorry, my brain stopped for a second. I cut the branding strip off of this paper, and that is what that black and white polka dot edge is. And then I've taken a strip of washi tape. This is one of my favorite washi tapes. I think I got it at Hobby Lobby years ago, but I also bought a roll from Freckled Fawn not that long ago on one of their big sales, like maybe at Black Friday. Anyway, so I added some washi tape across the side there, and then I added that branding strip. Sorry, my brain's not all there. And then I adhered that down just with some tape runner, and then I am taking another washi tape that is also from Freckled Fawn and running that down there just to give it some more of that corally kind of color. So now I'm just trying to arrange the photos and decide where I want them and get those adhered down. I'm going to adhere all of them flat except one I will add foam behind. So I'm just going to go ahead, and I did overlap them, like hang them off the edge a little bit, which is totally fine. I'll trim it off later. I'll leave it till the very end because I kind of forget about it. You'll see it. There's a whole thing. But I went ahead and adhered these other ones, and I just kind of did them kind of wonky and overlapping, but where they were kind of continuous all the way down, if that makes any sense. So this one I did add fun foam behind it to adhere it down, just to give it a little bit of dimension right there because it's a silly photo. And then I'm using my tape runner to adhere it down. And then I have my flare. I've got 3 little areas where I've got the flare. And then I'm going to start attaching those. That top right one, I'm going to stick down with foam it's a Stampin' Dimensional. But the way the photos are, because I had backed all the photos with white cardstock, because that's just what I do. I like the look of it. It laid funny, so I had to add some more foam under there. So I pulled it off, added some more foam, and then stuck it back on. This one I adhered with Nuvo adhesive because it's adhered to the the raised photo, so it didn't need any more dimension. I just needed it to stay attached. And then the bottom one I added Nuvo adhesive as well. And the bottom one, because it's so close to the edge, I didn't add foam adhesive either, because it'll make it, if there's too much dimension too close to the edge of the page, it will make your page protector kind of funny and fit funny. So I just didn't even do that. I then pulled out this sticker book, and I believe it's One Canoe 2 sticker book. I'm not for sure on that. I might be wrong, but it's one of the American Craft sticker books, and almost all of the embellishments for this page are out of this sticker book. So I start just adding. I didn't really know what I wanted for the page, and I wasn't really feeling it, so I just kept adding stickers, and like the Explore, because we were exploring the city and trying to find a good place to eat. We tried to eat somewhere local, and we ended up at Bad Daddy's, which is this place, and didn't even realize that it was a chain until we got back to Oklahoma, and several months later there was a Bad Daddy's in Norman, not very far from where we live. And yeah, so we found out it was a chain. So we thought we were being all cool and eating local food, but we were not. It was good either way, so it's totally fine. But so I just keep adding stickers and layering and kind of clustering things together. And then I decided I was just kind of add stickers over the colors, the opposite of the ombre. So the darker colored coral towards the top, moving down to the lighter color coral towards the bottom, so that it was contrasted against the different background, the little strips that are the background. And then it just kind of turned into a sticker sneeze, which is always fun. So it's just kind of all over the place. I do like how it ends up, but it's a fairly simple layout, and I just kept adding until I was satisfied. So just lots and lots and lots of stickers, little word strips, little, like I did the little trail of hearts up the side there. And then I decided I wanted to layer that little word strip in a different spot. And then this word strip at the top, I am going to cut a little strip of fun foam and adhere it to the back of that so that it pops up just a little bit. And then just stick it on there with some Nuvo adhesive to adhere it, because it's such a narrow little strip. And then I'm going to pull out the alpha stickers that I'm going to use, and they're like a, what's the word? Scarlet kind of color. It's hard to explain. They're like kind of coral, but a little bit more red. And they're just some foam stickers from years ago. And I'm going to spell out Bad Daddies for that. And of course, my go-to thing is to tear off a strip of wax paper and do my title on the wax paper so that I can then move it around and decide exactly where I want it and fit it together exactly how I want it before I stick it down, so then I don't have to peel up and reposition and do it over and over like how I normally would. So there we go, and I'm just going to adhere it down, all those letters. And then at this point I will wait, and I think I will stop embellishing for a minute after this and do all my journaling. And I surprisingly had a lot more journaling than I really expected to do, so I'm going to fast forward through part of that. But the gist is that I just wanted to get down the story a little bit about going to eat and thinking we're eating at a local place and all that, but then at the same time I also talk about how this was actually the only night we even ate out when we were in Colorado. Like the other nights we would pick up food and take it and eat at the hotel because we were so exhausted from running around and doing stuff all day. So that is kind of the gist of the journaling. So I'm going to fast forward real quick so you don't have to watch me write out this whole thing. So there we go. It is all wrapped up. And then I am going to just go in and add some more of the stickers. I found these little plus signs, which I really liked. And they kind of carry over the theme from the other page from not last week, but 2 weeks ago at this point, with the plus signs, which is the page that will face this one. Sorry, that was a hard way to say it, but so I'm just sprinkling some of those little plus signs all over in my little clusters, and then I can't tell what I did. Sorry. Oh, I pulled out some chipboard. I just found a couple little tongue-tied chipboard pieces that I added in. I added a little heart up there at the top right, and a little word strip at the bottom left over the camera. And then I'm adhering those down with Nuvo adhesive, because everyone knows chipboard doesn't stick. Which honestly, just because I'm on that topic, I don't mind that chipboard doesn't stick, because then you can move it around. So I don't know. I don't see the big deal, but that's fine. So at this point, I can't tell what I'm doing. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm pulling out my Nuvo drops, which I used in this week's layout as well. You would have seen that this morning if you watched it. And those Why am I not doing anything? Oh, sorry. Before I do the Nuvo drops, sorry, on iMovie you can't really see very well because there's a little block that says recording when you're doing a voiceover, so I can't always tell exactly what I'm doing in the video. I pull out some wood veneer and there's some little arrows and they kind of fit together, and so I pull some of those out and add to the bottom left cluster where the camera is and the chipboard, and then the top right where the chipboard heart and the flare badge is, and then I put a little wood veneer camera up by the Explorer, and then the little at symbol with the title. So I'm just going to go ahead and adhere all of those down with Nuvo adhesive, and I think these arrows are Studio Calico from years and years ago, when they used to do a bunch of wood veneer. And then I'm going to fast forward because I'm just going to go around and glue everything down, and you know how to do that. So hold on one second. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with my Nuvo drops, the white Nuvo drops like I used in this morning's video, and just add little Nuvo drops all over the page. And this was the first, maybe the first page I used these on at all. And if they're a little cold or not warm enough, like not room temperature enough, they make little peaks. So that when I lifted the paper up and was like messing with it, I was like tapping on the bottom of the paper to kind of get those peaks to flatten out a little bit. And they do kind of flatten out on their own anyways, like as they're drying. So I'm just going around, and I messed up. I pulled up too fast and like a line of it came out and fell off. So I was wiping that up and then going in and adding some more to cover up where I messed up. So I'm just adding about 3 to each little cluster, and I try to do them in 3 sizes, like large, medium, and small. And the thing I really like about the Nuvo is that, I'm trimming off the edges of the photo. I didn't do it on camera because I didn't think that far. And then I also, there's a sticker sticking down at the bottom on the left, and I forget right now, but I do eventually, like before I take the photos, fold that sticker back behind and just tuck it behind. It's like the thinner paper, so it just folds like washi tape to the back side. So that is the page. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place today. My brain's not really there. I am just out of sync with the voiceovering. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, I commend you. If you like the video, please hit like. If you would like to leave a comment, please do that, and I would love to reply back. And please hit subscribe if you'd like to see more videos. And I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and happy scrapping. Bye.